You're tuning in to the Black Hollywood Live Network, featuring news, interviews, and commentary on all things Black Hollywood. Hollywood redefined. From Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is Black Hollywood Live. Next, featuring intimate and in-depth interviews with Black Hollywood's next edition of stars and influencers. Black Hollywood Live. Hollywood redefined.
You're listening to Black Hollywood Live.
And now, the host for Black Hollywood Live, Next.
All right. Welcome to another exciting edition of Black Hollywood Live Next. I'm here, your host, Nick Perdue, and I have my amazing, gorgeous co-host here.
Hi.
How are you, Megan?
Does that sound gorgeous when I do that?
That's a little weird.
Hater.
Well, you know.
What's
but
going on?
You're here. It's good to see you.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be back. Hey, everybody.
Yeah, we all missed you.
Did you?
A little bit.
Oh, okay.
But guess what?
What?
We have a Wayans here in the studio.
Hi.
So I'm excited. You've
I
seen
am.
this guy all over TV now. You know, you've seen him in movies, and now he's on a brand new show, My Crazy Roommate. We have Gregg Wayans here with us. How are you?
What's going on, man? I'm great.
Good to see you,
Good.
sir.
There you go.
Yes.
All right.
Definitely looking like a Wayans.
Definitely.
Y'all got some strong genes. honey.
Yeah, there's a Wayans look.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's no interbreeding going on, I promise.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Y'all got them strong genes.
Yeah. So let's jump right into this fun interview, all right? So now we've heard stories, that your uncle Marlon and Shawn have told about growing up in the Wayans household. That you guys basically were forced to be funny because there was nothing else to do. So what was it like growing up a Wayans?
I think we were forced to accept fun and accept a fun environment. Like, you can't force somebody to be funny, but we had to deal with, jokes. Just period, since little kid, since 4. Just have to deal with it. It's just part of the family business. It's like, if you don't want to deal with funny, go chill in the room. No video games. No, don't ask me for nothing. You don't want to be funny? All right, go.
Right.
But now, because growing up, because you guys have such a talented family, and so did you know that you guys were going to become this iconic brand essentially?
I mean, they were a brand when I was coming up. They were a brand,
Yeah.
and as far as me, I was hoping one day that I could join that. I mean, I got to see a lot of wonderful examples growing up, and I had something to look forward to. And as soon as I was able, and I felt I was ready, I jumped on it, and I'm not looking back.
There you go. No, but does everyone seem as funny as they are on TV, or are you guys just still chilling at the house? Is it?
I think everyone's funnier in person because all TV has some sort of censor. There's no censor in person.
Yeah.
Right.
Everybody is hilarious, from the women too, women and men in this family. It's just funny.
Man, family reunions at your house is probably, or with your family, is probably crazy. Or just getting family gatherings is probably crazy.
I don't think anybody's house, no matter how much the money, I don't think anybody's house is big enough for actual reunion. We take to the parks and
I know.
the large recreational areas. Yeah.
You guys are your grandparents like this too? Are they funny people?
My grandparents are hilarious.
Really?
Yeah, they're on the East Coast, but they made that transition out west. But my grandma's hilarious. My grandpa is hilarious, and I love them.
So that's where you guys get it from.
That's where it started.
It's in the genes.
So what are some of the important things that your uncles and your aunts have taught you, especially about this industry?
The most important thing is that you're not going to get a thing if you're not down to put the work in.
Right.
It's not going to come easy, and it hasn't come easy for me. If you don't want to put the work in, find another job. Period. That's the thing that's number one with everybody.
Right.
Everyone has said something different to me, different advice, different talks from each person, but that's the thing that holds firm with everybody. You got to put the work in.
Right. What about your Uncle Keenan? Has he given you any special advice?
No, like I said, it's special to me. All the talks are special, but when they've all made it, you got to listen to all of them. And I take I get that special ear to Keenan because
Right.
you know he's like the Godfather. But
Right.
you know they've all told me things and given me gems that you know I hold inside and I try to apply toward everything that I do.
Ooh, I need one of these gyms. I'm coming to y'all's house.
Family
over there.
reunion. We're
I know
coming
they're gonna be
over.
like, "Who is this extra person?" Not a Wayans. Sorry, came for the
We'll
advice.
treat you nice. We'll treat you nice.
Appreciate
There'll be enough food.
Okay, appreciate that, honey. Now, besides yourself, who do you think is the funniest person in your family?
Damon Wayans Jr.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
He's hilarious. Period. I don't know. It's just something about him. He'll take anything. Like it's like I stalk his Twitter, and I'm his cousin. I guarantee you, I'm on his Twitter feed more than his fans. Like
That's funny.
I just think he's hilarious. You know, he gives me a lot of inspiration because we're so close in age, and I don't know. Everything. I look to him as a role model. He's hilarious to me, and you know.
Right.
Yeah, Damon Jr. Damon Jr.
Okay.
Yeah, Junior.
Right.
Jr. Yeah, Damon Wayans Jr.
Did you ever feel any point in your career or your life that you wouldn't live up to the Wayans family name?
No. There was a point of struggle, which if you don't go through that, you were lucky because I think everybody has to go through that point of
Right.
struggle. But I don't think I ever got to a point where I didn't think I could live up to the name.
Okay.
Because there's not really like this. I don't know. There's not like this cloud that I don't know. There's not this expectation. It's either like you're gonna do this or you're not.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't have to be a comedian. I don't have to be an actor. I could be something else.
Right.
If I want to do it, got to put the work in, and then I'll get there. It's just that simple.
Okay. And I know Marlon says that there are some unfunny Wayans, but you guys keep them in the house. Who is that?
He
Who
said
is
that?
Yes.
Oh man. Yeah. There's corny people in every family. You know. Wayans is just the last name. Just because
Right.
you're Wayans doesn't mean you're funny. I probably said the younger kids, even younger than me. I think all the adults and above 21s are funny. I haven't met those Wayans. You know, there's a lot of us. Maybe I haven't met those ones yet. But I probably the younger kids don't have that funny because they're just they're just
yeah.
living.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
still funny to fart.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is still funny.
I think it's hilarious.
That's funny.
Yeah, so- But growing new Wayans, right?
Right.
So now your mother Deidre, right? Okay, she was the oldest woman, right? Of the first generation, or she's the
Eldest.
the eldest. Yeah, I know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't say oldest, right? Don't ever say oldest with a
Yes.
woman.
Yeah. Don't let her hear this.
Right.
But like she chose to do like the screenwriting route and the producing route to kind of stay behind the scenes. So like, did you see that and say maybe I want to focus on this versus becoming an actor and a comedian?
No. No. I mean, no. I always wanted to entertain. Like since elementary school, whether it was getting on my teacher's nerves or my friends, either way I was making them laugh, and I always knew I wanted to be in front of the camera. Like, I think every Wayans has a creative side. Some of us are just going to be, writers and creators, but some of us we have no choice but to show it on camera. We can't conceal this.
Yeah.
I think I'm one of those. I don't want to just write and create. I do want to do that as well, but I want to show you guys on camera. I want everybody to see it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So now let's talk about your name because I said it a little earlier because it's Gregg with 2 G's.
2 G's.
Right? And then because your full name is Gregg Wayans Benson.
Yeah.
So one, why did you because you said that you added a G, and
Yes.
then why did you not just drop the Benson as your professional name?
Well, actually, my full name is Gregory Forrest Benson Jr.
Oh, wow.
Gregg Wayans is my stage name. My dad is not a Wayans.
Yeah.
So it's like, this is why I did it. Gregory Benson. Dad, I love you.
I know, right?
Gregory and Benson. Like, I wouldn't have made myself a junior if I was first, So
That's a good name.
I don't know. I just thought it was just, something to do. It was like, I would write Gregory in school, and then when I got in high school, I was like, ain't nobody calling me Gregory no more. My mom calls me G, so it's like, all right, I'm gonna throw another G on Greg.
Right.
Legally, it's just Gregory, so I can do whatever I want with Greg.
Right.
So I
There
added
you
a G
go.
on there.
Greg with a G. I would have done the same thing. Megan with 2 N's.
Megan.
No, look at the way he's like,
Megan,
no, it doesn't really work.
And so your first movie was Dance Flick, right?
Yeah.
And then you also did We Are the Party, and so you're the upbeat young adult movies and stuff like that. So what was the best part of working on these films?
The best part was just being a part of it. Dance Flick was actually the first thing I did, period, on the theatrical side. I was just hanging out on set. I came to visit. My Uncle Marlon was like, yo, you want to be in the scene? I was like, yeah. He was like, all right, I'm going to slap you. So I was like, okay. He was like, all right, I'm going to slap you hard. I'm like, all right, well, slap me. I don't care. I was like, don't slap me. Like, don't. If I cry, that's too hard. So the day of the scene, he's like, all right, we got a stunt man. I'm not going to slap you no more. I'm like, all right, so what are you going to do? He's like, I'm going to kiss you. I was like, what? So for me, it was like, maybe it's not time for me to act yet. This is not going to be my first thing. I don't want to do it. And then he's like, yeah, I'm just going to kiss you. I'm your uncle, blah, blah, blah. So I did it. And literally the first take, I was just like, I wiped my mouth. And I hear my cousin Damon on the speaker because he directed the movie, Damon Dante Wayans. He's like, stay in it, G. And I'm just like, oh, man. And my Uncle Marlon is so crazy. We literally had to do the scene like that. We had to do like 15 times because he added so much ad lib.
Right.
So I'm just like, I'm getting my experience now.
Right.
Yeah, I'm putting my work in now.
Yeah.
Right.
Earning your stripes.
Yeah.
I know, that's rough. Your first movie, you got to kiss your uncle.
Yeah, and I had to hear about it from my friends and everything. But you know what I told them? It's my uncle, and they paid me.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's that. The We the Party movie, Mario Van Peebles directed that,
Right.
and he's a friend of the family, and I was just very appreciative for the opportunity. I actually went up for the role that Diddy's son Quincy ended up getting, and I don't know, maybe they had to throw a light skinned brother in there because he got that yellow going.
Right.
But I was happy to be in the movie. That was fun. I got to work with a lot of upcoming young black possible stars. New Boys was in there. Quincy was in there. There was a lot of characters in the movie. It was fun.
Okay, and now this is kind of like on set, right, with Dance Flick, because you said Damon Dante Wayans, he directed that, and it was written. Marlon was on the writing.
My brother, Gregg Wayans.
Yeah, everybody was. So it was like a family reunion, basically, right? So going to set, you said you just go just to hang out.
Yeah.
Like, did it feel like work though?
It never feels like work.
That's good.
That is the only time that 12, 13 hours could just fly by, and it's like, I'll see you tomorrow. Just leaving the door, cracking jokes. Like it's not work. And that's any set I think that my family is a part of. It's just fun. I mean, of course it's work. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But it's just fun, and I think anyone that's acting or working on that set feels the same way. They don't have to be family. There's not a funner set.
Now this role that you did for Zane is a little different. So you co-starred,
jump off.
right?
Yeah.
You co-starred in the HBO-Cinemax late night series Zane's The Jump Off.
Yes.
Okay, now we all know it's a little racy, it's a little different. So how was your character in that different from your other characters in the movies you've done before?
This character was actually the most real for me. I was a high school football star, so
Right.
and that's what I played on the show, so I could relate very well. Now, leaving my trailer, walking to set, and seeing so much sexy around me, I wasn't used to that because there might be a little sexy something in one of these comedy movies, but that's just by chance.
Right.
There was sexy everywhere. It was attractive people everywhere. So, it was a good experience though. I mean, I got to take my shirt off. I had a kissing scene, but that was it on the sexy for me.
But you already knew about how to kiss from your uncle, huh?
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
what- so you had that down packed, honey.
Yeah.
It was
I had that down.
This time it was with a chick though, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
See, they prepared you. Your uncle prepared you well.
Yeah, he did. He did. Jade Turpin. Jade Turpin.
All right.
Yeah.
What was your audition process like for this show?
For the Zane's
For
jump
Zane,
off?
yeah.
I think I did three. I think I did 3 auditions, and it was more. I had to focus on my emotional side because my character in the show, the lead character Dimitri Vance, was played by Eamon Joseph, good friend of mine. He finds out that he has a son, like throughout the show, and that was emotional for me finding out. I had foster parents. I didn't even know I had a dad. I thought I only had a mom.
Right.
So in the audition, I had to show that I can do drama, which it's really not that hard. I think it's harder to be funny.
Really?
I think if you're not naturally funny, it's harder to be funny.
Yeah.
Like drama, everybody has drama in their life. Everybody is not funny.
Right.
And everybody can't create funny on camera. So it wasn't that much of a challenge to do the drama.
Did you do anything to prepare for your role as Harris?
I started working out a little bit. I just tried to think of some of the more personal things, that have happened in my life to just give me some inspiration, because there's a lot of fun and a lot of funny that I have to think back on. But I had to think of some, some of the lower times so that I could relate, because my parents were there the whole time. You know what I'm saying? My parents had a great marriage, they're still married, so yeah.
So how was it, because you had to do a risque scene kissing. What was that like?
It wasn't the problem was, I was in a relationship, a young person in a young relationship, with a child. And it's like, I remember I would hear things like, just like her talking to like her family, if asked about something like that, it's like, oh no, he ain't doing that. I'm just looking like, I'm gonna do what I have to do. You know what I'm saying? This is my career, but I wouldn't even respond to it. I just let it go one ear and out the other.
Right.
I didn't even tell her that I was doing that scene. I was gonna tell her before it aired.
Oh my gosh.
But I didn't tell her it was in a script, because you don't want to have to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Before some dudes just don't care.
Right.
Me, I'll have to listen to it, deal with it, take care of it. So I just let it go and did the scene. Was happy about it, and let it be known later.
Did that cause some issues?
No, it didn't cause any issues.
Because it was already done, huh?
Yeah.
And you got paid for it.
Right.
I did get paid for it, and that's part of acting. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get to that Denzel level, and we all know he he handles the ladies on screen.
He does.
So, yeah.
And so how did you find out, or how did you choose to say, you know what, I'm going to do Zane's the Jump Off? Completely different from anything I've ever done, but I definitely want to do this role, and I definitely want to be on this show.
It was TV. It was 9 episodes.
Right.
That was all all I needed. That was all the ammunition I needed. If you're serious about acting, you can't, I knew I wasn't just going to be able to hop on a sitcom for my first thing, or, I can't have it my way. I have to take opportunity as it comes, and I felt like that was a great opportunity. Now, if my character would have had to get straight, buck down naked and, have some of those scenes, that would have been a harder decision for me, just because, that's not the lane that I'm trying to take.
Right.
And sometimes you could get trapped in that lane if that's the route you choose to go. So I think it just worked out. It was just a perfect opportunity.
Okay.
It was literally, I saw the breakdown, and it was the only character in big letters, no nudity. I was like, I want it. I want it. 9 episodes. I got to go to Florida, to Miami for the first time. I haven't been there since. I was there for 3 days. It was, it was love.
Very good.
Love the cast. Thank you, Zane. Thank you, Anissa Williams, for casting me.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go. Now, we had Damon in months ago. He was actually the first guest that we had on the show, and he talked about
props, D-Rock.
yeah, you really, and that it's a great interview. And he talked about auditioning, with the Wayans name. And so, he would go in, and casting directors would think that they're getting someone else, and then he shows up, and it's like a real big. So what is the audition process like for you being a Wayans?
Well, I know what he's talking about with that, but I've also heard him speak about that, and is different for him because he's closer to age to Marlon. So, you know, they probably did think on some of the auditions that they were getting, you know, Marlon and Shawn. But for me, it's just like, you know, I'll get in commercial auditions, like, they'll be like, Wayans, any resemblance? And they'll look up like, oh, yeah, there's definitely resemblance.
Right.
And they'll be like, why they got you in here doing this? And for me, I'm like, what do you mean? I'm an actor. What do you mean?
Right.
Like, why don't they just give you a job? Blah blah blah. And I really hear these things in certain castings, and that was shocking to me. I didn't think I would get that. I thought if anything it'll help, but you know, I just took it in stride. You know, some people are gonna feel that way. Like, you know, why are you in here? You know, you should be working on anything they're working on. But that's really not how it goes, and that's not how it should go.
Right.
You should have to work for whatever you want, and my family makes you do that. You have no choice. The people in my family who couldn't deal with that, they aren't doing this, and they won't until they get over that. Cause
that's good.
Yeah.
that's how it should be.
Right.
I mean, it's like if you say you're handed $1 million, you just you know, maybe you what is it, inherit it or whatever. You didn't have to work for it. How are you going to maintain that?
Right.
How are you going to add to that $1 million?
Right.
You're just going to take away from it and not know how to keep it there or get it past that. So I'm happy that I have to work for everything. And, you know, when they say that to me in auditions, you know, I joke around, laugh, and then I audition. And I hope that I book the job. That's it.
Well, okay. No, because you've played a lot of roles, a lot of athletic basketball roles.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, being a tall black man, right? You know, you definitely fit the description, right? So now, I mean, like, were these roles like stuff that you were kind of like typecast for, or it was something that you wanted to play?
No, I suck at basketball. My little brothers tell me all the time. My nephew Sky teases me. He's like, "Yo, you got no offense." I'm like, "Yo, I'll lock you up though." Like, I got deep, but no. Yeah, I think it's just a look thing. Like a lot for commercials, and yeah, in some of these, you know, movies and stuff, it's a basketball player, but you know, a lot of roles for young black guys are, you know, athletic roles. So, you know, I'll take them, but no, that's not what I'm going for. If anything, you know, cast me for football. Cast me for football roles. But no, it's not something I'm seeking out. Definitely not basketball.
Okay. Well, and then besides the football roles, like what other roles do you really want that you want to kind of sink your teeth into?
I mean, I want drama. I want drama. Of course, my goal is to be the lead character on a sitcom. That is my goal. But I would love to be on shows like Sons of Anarchy or House of Cards, you know, something like Scandal. I know you watch Scandal.
Why? Because I'm black? I'm female?
No, because you a black woman.
Right.
And Kerry
You are so
Washington
right.
is doing her thing.
You are so right.
I would love to be on any of those shows. I just, you know, it's some people just want to do comedy and they just want to be funny, but I really want to be a great actor. I want to be a great performer, a great artist, and I think we have some of those in my family. I think my Uncle Damon is a phenomenal actor. I think he can do multiple things. Marlon, I think we have some in our family, and I want to be one of those. Now, I'm not gonna say I'm there yet, you know, but I'm getting experience. I'm getting exposure, and I'm practicing. I'm gonna continue to work, but that's a goal. I want to win Oscars and Emmys. I don't just want to make appearances, you know.
Right.
So.
There you go. I was speaking of Emmys, right? Because I believe that this show can possibly get at least a nomination. Second Generation Wayans, right? It's on BET, and you know, stars your brother Craig as well as Damon. Now, since you are technically Second Generation Wayans,
yeah, I am,
right? And so because I know it's been asked like, well, how come you're not on the show and this and that? So kind of like, what's the story behind that?
I think it's because it's structured to show Craig and Damien's story, what they had to go through trying to break in as, you know, being Wayanses. Yeah. It's not about the rest of us. There's a lot of us. This is about Craig and Damien's journey. And that's why I'm pretty sure I was living with him, with Craig, during some of these years, because I have lived with him before, but as far as, you know, everything on the show, that's their life. That's stuff that they had to go through. That has nothing to do with me. I am second generation, and so is Damon Jr., you know. Yeah. But no, that was about them. That's Craig and Damien's story.
So no appearances or anything for the second season?
Hey, I hope so. brother, you watching? Craig, Damien? I hope so. I'll definitely talk to them, But that's the thing where, me working, that'll help that.
Yeah.
Because you can't just get thrown in there. Oh, your name, you're Greg, you're G, you're my brother. Let's throw you in here. No, like I got my crazy roommate. I'm in a haunted house too with Marlon. I'm doing these little things. Just shot a commercial. The more I do, the more they'll see. Okay, this brother's really working. So he's a relative that could do this. Let's put him in there.
Right.
And my thing is, just let me audition.
Right.
Yeah.
So any role that my family does, when I hear about it, ring, ring, hey, is there anybody that fits my description? Just let me audition.
Right.
I don't care who I'm going up against. Let me audition. Let the producers decide if this guy with, 3 million people know who he is, if he's better than me. That's all I want. Just let me audition.
Yeah, fair shake.
Player.
Right?
Yeah.
So you're talking about the highly successful movie by Marlon Wayans, Haunted House, that's coming out. So you're getting ready to do that. You're also in an upcoming short film, Bloodthirsty. So tell us about these two projects.
Well, the first Haunted House was obviously had phenomenal success, and I didn't even get to read that script. I saw the movie. I thought it was funny, but I think the second one is funnier.
Wow.
To me, this is just my opinion. The first one, they wanted to really set up that, we're spoofing paranormal activity. They wanted to shoot it like paranormal, and they did that. But I think this one, they focused more on the jokes. Okay. And there's a lot more jokes and a lot more funny. The guest stars are funny. I got to play a police officer. I actually get to arrest Marlon in the scene. That was a lot of fun. Of course, I wish it could have been a bigger scene with 20 lines, but I'm happy for the opportunity. It will be another funny scene in the movie.
Right.
And the Bloodthirsty project was a horror flick actually, and that's supposed to be I think that's supposed to be a feature. It might be a short, but that was another experience. Horror. I'm trying to dabble in everything.
Right.
I want adventure, action, horror, sci-fi, comedy, drama. So that's just the first horror. It was fun. Vampires. Yeah.
Were you a vampire? What do you play in Bloodthirsty?
No. I'm a banker. I'm a smart guy.
Ah.
There you go.
Yeah,
Do you stay alive?
That's his way to go.
Yeah,
you know what happens to the black guy in these movies.
You always be the one.
It shows me getting messed up in the preview, so I can give it away. I almost make it. I'll say that. I don't die first.
There you go.
Okay.
You know what I'm
There
saying?
you go.
You better step on up then.
Yeah.
There was a little fight in me.
There you go. Yeah, you don't want to be that guy that just lays over. So now let's talk about this new show on Bounce TV, My Crazy Roommate.
Yes.
Get to it.
Right, and because I've seen a couple of the previews, and I haven't caught a full episode yet, but it does look super hilarious.
Right.
It's a great cast. So can you tell us about your character that you play?
Sloan Simmons.
Sloan Simmons.
Sloan Simmons. I think to give a brief description, he's basically like, this kid who I grew up in the hood, but I didn't go that route. I work at a fast food joint, and I come to this coffee shop where all the main characters work except for one, and I kind of just get on their nerves and side with whoever's popular at the moment for the day, and flirt with the girls. I'm kind of like the Cole on Martin, kind of, I would say, and it's just a funny character that I think, really just enhances, whatever scene that I'm in. Not no cocky stuff. I just think the character, it makes each scene that I'm in makes it that much more fun than what my other castmates are already doing.
Okay, and so because like this show, it's really starting to bring back the black sitcom.
Yes.
Again,
Bring 'em back.
and yeah, because it's something that we haven't seen in a while, and it's on Bounce TV, which is a black-owned network, so like these are good shows, and because this is it's the first original show that they have on the network, correct?
Yeah, for broadcast TV, yeah.
So do you feel like there's any pressure that the show has to be a success?
No, I think we all want it to be. I don't think it has to be. We all want it to be because we really feel like it's such a special cast, and we all love Bentley. Bentley Evans,
Right.
Martin, Jamie Foxx, and he did Love That Girl. He's brilliant. He's a brilliant guy, and the cast that he put together. I like the writing. We just all want it to be successful.
Right.
Each and every one of my castmates, I didn't know any of them before we started filming, and now we hang out on the regular.
Yeah.
They're
That's
cool
good.
people. They're funny, and I just enjoy being around them. I want to work with them for years to come.
That's
Right.
good. So what's your favorite part about doing the show?
Probably, besides hanging out with them, the freedom that Bentley gives us on set. It's like, we'll do, 2 takes, write a script, and then after that, it's just have fun with it, make it funny. Don't throw any bombs out there. Try to make each other break. I think that's the funnest thing about the show. And, that's my first sitcom as a multi-camera show, my first time doing that. And, the first season, as much as you don't want it to just be a learning experience because you want it to be successful, it was a learning experience for me. But, I did my best, and I'm sure, all my castmates did their best, and we can only get better.
Yeah.
So if everyone loves the first season,
Right.
you're going to really love the second season.
Yeah.
We're only going to get better.
Yeah.
And I think that goes for everybody on the show, regardless of experience, we can only get better.
Right.
There you go. Now, is it shot in front of a live studio audience or no?
Whoever's on set, that's who's there.
the audience.
That's your audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll hear some of their laughter mixed in. You hear some of my laughter in the scenes that I'm not in.
Yeah.
Once you get my laugh down, you'll hear it. I laugh. If I think it's funny, I laugh.
Right.
There you go. Okay. So now you're actor, comedian, and a writer. Which title could you not live without?
Actor. And I wouldn't so much say writer. I think I'm a creator. I don't have the writing thing down, And I've directed, too. I go to film school. I go to Los Angeles Film School. And, I put acting first. Then I will dive into comedy, and I want to do stand-up. And I think every Wayans just has that creative niche inside of us. And, there's a lot of things that just come to my mind, a lot of great ideas that, I might not be able to write it out as good as my brother Craig can do, or Damien, or, or any of my other relatives, but to come up with the idea, just to have that come into your mind and put it on paper and develop it, I have that, and I'm grateful for that trait, but I'm an actor first. I want to be successful in acting first before I, dabble in anything else.
Right. And you've done very well so far. I will say that. You've done
Thank
good.
you. I am working hard. I'm gonna work hard until I get it, and then work harder.
There you go.
Right. So you have a special lady in your life, right?
I do.
And you also have a beautiful daughter, which we saw. She's so cute.
She's beautiful.
How does being a father, especially a young father, how does that affect what you do and being in this industry?
It's just inspiration. Regardless of the industry, and this goes for all dads, if you're a real man, once you have a kid, it should do something to you. It should
Right.
change something in you, regardless of if you're the best person in the world or the worst person in the world. When you have a kid, a switch should turn on.
Right.
And it should just inspire you to do better things because, there's no person in the world who had everything that they wanted growing up or, had everything go their way or
Right.
whatever. And when you have a kid, you want that for them.
Right.
And that's what I want for my daughter. If I had a son, it'd be the same thing. And for all my kids in the future, I want to do the best I can do to give them the best life that they could possibly have. And, I want to inspire them.
Right.
My parents inspired me. My family inspired me. And, I want to do the same thing for my daughter.
So is she going to be an actress too?
We'll see. She's doing little commercial auditions now, but
Nice.
We'll see. I'll let her choose. She won't be forced into anything. I'll
Right.
let her choose. She does dance right now, and she loves to sing. I cried when she sang Rihanna Like a Diamond. That's my favorite song
Wow.
because it was after she was talking for a year. And it came on the radio, and she started singing it, and I literally started crying, and I started singing it with her. It was hilarious, but that's my favorite song by Rihanna because of my daughter.
Right. Do you do all the little girly dad stuff with her? Does she paint your nails, or do you have to do tea parties with her?
She's not painting my nails. I do just fun dad stuff with her.
Yeah.
I think a lot of young parents, they get it confused as far as what you need to do with your kid. whatever they're having fun doing. If she wants to go outside and draw chalk on the ground, draw pictures, we'll do that. She loves the park. It's free. You know, we go to the park a lot. You know, I take her to, you know, like little pumpkin patches, petting zoos. She loves animals. She loves horses. You know, whatever she wants to do, I'll ask her. If she wants to go to Chuck E. Cheese every time, you know, I have her, then she'll go to Chuck E. Cheese.
Right.
But just anything I could think of that I think she would have fun doing, I'll pitch it to her. Just like I'm gonna pitch my ideas to these companies. I'll pitch it to her. If she wants to do it, we'll do it.
That's awesome. That is awesome. So there's something that we like to do here on BHL Next, and that is play games with our guests.
Yes.
So your game is a fun game. It's an easy game.
Okay.
It's a game you should know.
It's a game you should know. Yeah.
Name That Wayans Brothers Movie.
All right. Oh man, unless we go past 88, you might not be able to stop me. Let's go.
Now you got this. You got this. Okay. I'll do the first one. Nick's we're gonna tag team do this. All right. This movie was produced in 2000, and it's about a year after disposing the body of a man they accidentally killed. A group of dumb
Scary movie 1.
There you go. High five. Boom.
Boom.
All right.
All right, this one's slightly a trick question. This iconic sketch comedy show changed the face of television.
In Living Color.
See, we're giving you easy ones.
These are easy.
In 2006, this movie is about a wannabe dad who mistakes a vertically challenged criminal on the lam as
Little
his
Man.
newly. See, these are easy. I made too easy.
No, keep going. Don't quit.
Okay,
We
all right.
don't quit.
I am not gonna say the year for this. All right. So this movie is a parody of a lot of Afro-American movies. For instance, I don't want to even say the name.
No, just leave right there since you're so good.
Okay. Yeah.
Which movie's a parody of all the black movies?
Don't Be a Menace.
Ah!
Look, just like I love a lot of other actors and entertainers and icons, I love my family's work. I don't just love them because they're my blood. I love their work. I've seen all their movies over and over. I got them down.
You do. We have one more, but
Okay.
I'm sure you're gonna know it. So I'm just gonna.
If I mess up on this, I'll feel so
So
stupid.
maybe I'm just gonna say every other word. Let's see if you get it then. 2 disgraced FBI agents.
Oh, white chicks.
Question though. Question. Great job, by the way. But question.
Yes.
Do you
Should I have been in those movies? Yes. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
do you still have to buy the movies, or do they give you the DVDs?
They don't give me anything, but you know what I'm saying? You go over there, you see 6 or 7 copies, you help yourself. Nah, I buy their movies. I support, just like, you know, some music I support, I buy it. You know, I would want them to buy my stuff.
Right.
No, I buy it. We have had instances where I would go over a relative's house and there will be a sign up on the DVDs because some people don't know how to keep their hands off stuff. But no, I buy their stuff.
That's good.
And we have Netflix.
There you go. For all the other
I
stuff.
just watched White Chicks the other day on Netflix.
There you go. Well, I mean, thank you for coming in. Is there anything that you want to plug right now?
My Crazy Roommate. Once again, everybody, please, if you have Bounce TV, watch My Crazy Roommate every Monday night. It is 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 Central, 7 p.m. Pacific. If you don't have Bounce TV, figure out how to get it. Please. The show is funny. You will enjoy me. You will enjoy my castmates. Bentley Evans is a genius. March 28th, check out 100 House 2. Check me out as a police officer. And just look out for. I just did a commercial with Blake Griffin. Look for that soon. It's gonna be funny. And just support. Follow me on Twitter at Gregg Wayans.
All right.
Right.
And as always, you can find me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Meg Scoop, like scoop of ice cream.
There you go. Thank you for coming in, Greg. We had a great time. It was a great interview. Thank you guys for watching. You can find me all over the internet at the Nick Perdue. See you next time.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svita, Dario Kristen, and the entire BHL staff, we would like to thank you for tuning in to the Black Hollywood Live Network. If you have questions or comments, tweet us at BHL Online or email us at info@blackhollywoodlive.com. For more exclusive content, visit blackhollywoodlive.com. This has been a presentation of the Black Hollywood Live Network.
Hollywood Redefined.
The views expressed here are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.